how to keep falling in love with your spouse. Have you ever heard someone say, we just fell out of love?
Oh, no.
We don't understand why people say that, but we don't think that's what actually happened. Most people don't fall out of love overnight. They slowly fall out of habits that help them stay in love.
That's right.
They became busy. They stopped pursuing each other. They stopped talking. They stopped laughing. They stopped making time for each other.
That's right. So here's the good news. If love can grow cold through neglect, it can also grow stronger through intentionality. Today, we want to share with you 4 biblical habits that will help you keep falling in love with your spouse even after years or decades of marriage.
Let's dive in. Point number 1, we have to choose our spouse each and every day.
That's so good.
Teresa, we know that Paul said in Ephesians 5:25, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church. Jesus Christ loved the church sacrificially, giving himself up for the bride of Christ. And husbands, you're called upon to do the same thing, to sacrifice our lives for our spouse. So it's something that we have to do every single day.
That's right. And wives have to choose their husbands every day. This is the man I married. This is the man I love. This is the man I made promises and vows to before the Lord. And I want to bless him every day.
Right. Ecclesiastes 9:9 tells us, enjoy life with the wife whom you love. So marriage should be a life of joy, a joyful life,
Yes.
a life of laughter, a life of making new memories, a life of new adventures, always a life of discovering something new about your spouse. But you need to choose your spouse every day. This day, I'm going to do something to serve Teresa. And Teresa thinks, this day, I'm going to do something that serves Jeff. So
That's right.
it is something you have to choose every day. Marriage is not the end line. Marriage is the starting line. And you still have to choose each other every day.
Exactly. That's so good.
Point number 2, you have to protect your time together. We get it. Life gets busy. There's a lot of things happening. Even in our lives, there's not a lot of downtime. There's always something going on and something to do. There's always something to do. There's always something to do around the house. There's always something to do outside the house. It seems like there's always something to do. We get it. Life gets busy. But you have to protect your time together. That time together has to be treated sacred.
Yeah.
You know, this is not something that we're going to compromise on.
Exactly.
This is a core belief that we have. Now, you have core beliefs that, no, this is the truth. This is what we believe. And your time together has to be one of your core beliefs. We will not compromise on this point. Our time together is sacred. Teresa?
Yes, that's so good. It's just part of valuing your marriage and valuing the gift God gave you with your spouse. You want to make sure that you have time together that nothing else can infringe on, nothing else can come in and interrupt that time. We've talked about this before. You set times where you can get devices out of the way, your kids are taken care of, or you're not stressed out from work. You can settle down and talk and enjoy being together or do something fun together, and make sure that you schedule time for each other every week.
And even good things can crowd out your time together. It's not necessarily evil things that's crowding out your time. There's some good things that can crowd out your time, but you still have to protect that time. Point number 3, learn something new about each other. Teresa and I have been married for 35 years, and guess what? I don't know everything about her. Guess what? She doesn't know everything about me. So what we have for you is 100 conversation starters. There's going to be a link for it down below in the comments. It's conversations that you can have with your spouse that will, it's not yes or no answers. These are questions to spark conversation. I guarantee you there'll be questions on that list. When you ask your spouse that question, you're going to be surprised at the answer. Grab that below. But you have to always be curious about your spouse. You always have to be asking them questions. asking them about things. Talk about things. When you see a movie, talk about it. When you've read a book or reading the books, ask each other about the books you're reading. Ask each other, what has the Lord been showing you lately? What has the Lord been speaking to your heart about? Just keep that avenue open. Keep asking each other questions, which will invite a discussion.
Yes, that is so true. You want to have discussions. You want to keep having those conversations, like Jeff said, and keeping that communication open. That's so important. We talk about that with parents and children, but don't forget, you really need to have conversation in your marriage, because that's how you stay unified with everything that's going on in your lives. You can stay on the same page, as people have said, and that's super important, because you can't make progress together if you're going in different directions or don't know what each other's thinking or desiring or wanting to have in your marriage together. So talking about things is so helpful, and discovering new things, like Jeff said. I love that.
Point number 4 is celebrate the ordinary moments. Not everything in life is flashy. Not everything in life is fireworks and sparkles.
No.
Some things are just quite ordinary, and you need to celebrate those things. Just celebrate each other. If you finish reading a book, celebrate that and talk about that book. Teresa, what's some things we can celebrate?
Wow, I'm thinking about health milestones. If you had a goal for reaching a certain health milestone, like changing your diet or losing some weight or working on strengthening yourself, and you accomplish this many workouts or whatever, those things are important to encourage each other in and celebrate, because as we grow in our marriage, we're also getting older, but we need to take good care of ourselves. I think that's important, to encourage each other in those things. Celebrate that you discovered something new about each other, or you got to go someplace new and exciting together, or just a fun thing you did together. Wow, we really need to do that more often, and just enjoy that together.
For the challenge we have for you for this video, schedule your next date before this video ends. So
That's fast.
Talk to Tex, do something. Saturday morning, we're going to make eggs together. Something.
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon, we're going on a walk. Something. Schedule a date together this week before this video ends. You better hurry. So we talked about today. We have to choose our spouse every single day. You need to protect that time together.
Yes.
We need to learn something new about each other, and we need to celebrate those ordinary moments. And we're so excited about a brand new book. You're not losing love, you're losing time, which should be out soon. It's all about redeeming time in marriage. It goes over all these principles that we've been talking about in these videos, and we're so excited to have that available soon. The next video, we're going to talk about marriages don't stay strong by accident, and we'll see you over there. Until then, remember, God designed husband and wife to be friends for life.